potentially the final rest day of the last couple of rest days, which will bring us up to 4 days total rest. 2 that would be my normal rest days, but 2 that will be normal training days. And we will see how the body feels as of tomorrow. Keane has said, feeling good this morning, 80.5 kilo. So potentially the final rest day, we'll be back in tomorrow then for push, potentially. Or he said we might leave it off, but we're going to make full use of this rest day. Myself and Dan have just done a little food shop, so we're going to get home, get meal 1 into us. It's going to be the usual. Maybe. You're going to have to wait and see. But feeling good, feeling a lot more clear now again, even after seeing visuals this morning on, again, the position I'm in, where we're currently at, how many weeks out, how many days out, and, with the position I'm in as well. A big thing that I need to understand myself is talking about condition, and it's something that I had to just take a step back and think about for a second as well. You can only get as lean as how much muscle mass you have. All right, I know I can compare myself to all these other lads who have a lot more muscle than me, due to my own delays, I suppose, and my own fault of not having productive gaining phases over the years and everything, which is why the excitement for the next gaining phase, lads, is unmatched, of what I want to be able to do, with where I'm at now and mindset wise going into that, coming out of the prep, which, as I said, is not something we're going to worry about. Right now, we're just focused on the prep, but it is something to take into account, 2 years minimum, I would like to say, obviously that timeline can change, but that's what I'm thinking in my head right now, of just solely focusing on growth for the first time ever, which would be absolutely class. But as I said, you can only get as lean as much muscle you have on your frame. So don't compare yourself to lads who have a lot more muscle than you, that can get shredded, peeled to the bone, with cuts here and cuts there, detail here and detail there, because the more muscle you have, the leaner you can get. I'm going to get as lean as I possibly can. And that's exactly what myself and Keena are going to do with what we have to work with. So we're going to do it. We're going to do what needs to be done. I feel good. Yesterday was quite tired. The legs are relatively tired today, but that's part of it. We're going to crack on. 20 minutes cardio done this morning. We've got an exciting afternoon coming up when work is done, but we're going to get home, get meal 1 into us, and we're going to get back to work and then be in a good position come this evening. Food is also going back to normal as of tomorrow. So last day with the extra bump in carbohydrates. 300 gram of carb yesterday, 300 gram of carb today, 350 on Monday. So meal number 1 is chicken and rice. Also, we haven't had any cream rice, no oats over the last couple of days. Just been rice, chicken, mince, rice. Perfect. I've really enjoyed it, to be fair. So I will be looking forward to a bowl of cream rice. I will be looking forward to a bowl of oats, and I probably will be looking forward to a bit of potato as well very soon. But as of right now, absolutely no need for it. Going to get the usual little bit of ketchup on here. Meal 1 in, back to work. Lads, also, Danielle is selling the couches. If anyone is looking or interested in buying this bigger one and this smaller one then also, they're actually really nice couches. They are for sale if anyone's looking. Danielle just wants to swap the couches. There's no reason to swap the couches, but she wants to swap them as always. So then she's going to paint the walls and everything. But anyone who is interested in those couches, do send me a message if you are interested. Who knows? Someone might be looking for a couch, a double set of couches. They're there. She's just deep cleaned them as well, so they look brand new, man. They've been looked well after. But sitting down for lunch, the weather is absolutely unbelievable at a normal hour. Like a normal lunchtime hour. Feels good. I'm on the ball with work. And I think that's the thing as well, is like working from home especially is like for me. So I'm like as productive as I possibly can be. It's like just sticking to like those normal work constraints that you'd have and I'd have normally in like an office or something like that. This is when you start actual business. A lot of the time, like this morning it was, and a lot of the time it is earlier and it is going to be later if you want to attack it. But in order for me to just have the head clear, and treat everything as it should be and be as professional as possible, I think it's really helped me, and it does help me by doing that. Again, not every single day, but as much as I can. Obviously I have to work earlier and work later when I'm fitting that training window especially. But we'll be back training again tomorrow. Keane has said to me though, like the sleep really does need to be emphasised, and it's right. You know, he's 100% right there. You know, the sleep has been completely transformed even just in the last like a week now again, and I feel unbelievable from it. So we need to make sure we keep that up. Realistically, the last day of the sourdough, I'd say, lads. Eggs will stay, but sourdough is probably gone. What a beautiful day, lads. Lads, you might think summer is here. It's too late. You know, I haven't got my arse in gear quick enough. I couldn't argue more that now is an even easier time to start doing it. Like weather like this, you know, coming into the summer, weather being nicer, eating cleaner, eating less, so much easier to do. You know what I mean? So much easier to do. You know, it's a normal time to be just starting to eat lighter food like salads and not looking at those comfort foods, and obviously getting out into the weather and just getting more movement in. You know what I mean? Don't overlook that. You think it's too late, you haven't gotten in shape for summer? Well, you can get in shape during summer. Oh, I know, lad. We get some water into you. A secret location.
Oh, we're not giving it away.
Is that where we're at? Serenity Sauna.
Serenity Sauna.
I've seen this place and I'm looking forward to it. A sauna, a swim. Fuck, lad. This is some fucking setup. Wow. This is just what I needed now, lad. This is just what I needed. It is roasting. It is roasting in here.
Oh finally, God, man. I hate saunas that are just like not warm.
And the view, man.
Oh, boys, this is class.
Oh, this is the hottest sauna I've ever been in. That is unbelievable, man. That is a hidden gem, lads, in Castle Connell in Limerick. Thanks for bringing me out, lad.
Of course, boys.
That rounds up my 4-day deload very nicely now, I tell you that much.
You're going to feel like a new man going back into that gym.
Yeah, I hope so, lad.
You actually feel unreal after that, don't you?
That was lovely. That's a good place now to bring a woman, lad. Or vice versa, if there's any women watching this. For a nice little date for an hour. If you can get a booking for it. Wow. Even just for a swim. That was my first swim of the year, lad. I haven't had a swim this year. That was lovely. Yeah, they're the blue light blockers, lad. On and in action. I'm just about to hop on a catch-up call with Emer. We're about to have a little chat on how things are going with coaching. Try and do more and more of this now every single week to get in touch, you know, and just catch up with every single client that we've got working with here at the moment. You know what I mean? I think it's a big part, just the communication. Especially, you know, coming into the summer. I said to her, look, I know the weather is absolutely unreal this evening, so if you do want to reschedule, then by all means we can. But she was all for it, so we are getting it done, and I cannot wait for it. It's been an absolute pleasure. We've only been working together for 5 weeks, and we've done a lot. We've done an absolute lot, and I'm absolutely buzzing for it. So, lads, you know where you should be at. No sunbed for me today. I got enough sun. I'm absolutely fine, but I'm going to keep on the sunbeds. They are going to help just having a colour for the summer. Can't let Danielle walk around with a grey tan, and I've absolutely none. And as I said, no mind the colour, that couple of minutes lying on the sunbed is just some break during the day, man. It's absolutely mental. But had catch-up calls, had meal in here to lock up sunbeds, and then home for creamy and bed a little bit later than the usual of maybe what it should be, but it is what it is. We'll be absolutely grand, lad. And that's another day. That was a really, really good day as well. A really enjoyable day. That sauna was just what I needed now, lad. And thank you, Sam, for inviting me out to go for that. Something that I'll be going out a lot more and just making an effort to just, like Sam was saying, just doing different things like that, as I said. Like meeting one of the boys for a coffee, meeting one of the boys, go for a bloody sauna and a swim, like just those things coming into summer. You know, obviously because it's not meeting one of the boys for a pint or meeting the lads for a pint, you know, and it is what it is for the next while. And there will be that bit of socialising a lot more. You know, it is an isolating game. It definitely is. But it's only as isolated as you make it. It's only as isolated as you want to have it. You know, that kind of way. You can make it enjoyable or you can make it miserable for yourself. And what is the point of making that miserable bit across the board? So just, you know, enjoy the whole part of it and make it as easy as possible. As I said, like, it really does do wonders for the head, you know. And we also do actually, this day next week, I think,
have a special guest coming to stay at the house, which is going to make things even more enjoyable. So you're going to have to stay tuned to see who and what we get up to for a couple of days come next week. So that'll bring a little bit more enjoyment to the videos. As always, I'll leave you there for today. I'm going to go in, wrap up with Danielle, and we'll be home into the bed. And I'm under strict orders to stay in the bed and like not get up. I tried my best this morning. I woke at 4:30. I was ready for action, like really alert, but put myself back to sleep for another hour, which was absolutely grand. And we'll see what the story is tomorrow, because we are back in for push, lad. Back in for push. So I'll catch you in the gym. Appreciate it as always. Drop the video a like, subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you tomorrow.